Hi, babies. Welcome back to another episode of Water with Tess. I know, I know, I have been gone forever. Tess, what have you been doing? I have been moving, rearranging, getting things together, organizing, trying to do for everybody else. Yes, baby. It's been hell. It's been hectic. But you know what? I- I'm just. Okay, so self-worth and identity. Today we are here to talk about boundaries. And I have it pulled up right here so that y'all can see where I'm going with it. Personal boundaries are both and changeable being individuals' physical, emotional, and mental well-being. It's a changeable limit that protect an individual's physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Y'all already know that I am very heavy on mental health. And why is that my topic? Well, because I have always been surrounded by people that manage my mental health. We have stories to come for days, but today we will stick right here with boundaries because I want to talk about why boundaries are healthy for you and why and how we make up other people. Which we're not here to worry about how other people feel. I know the hell I'm not. And I don't mean to sound like an asshole and a prick when I say that, but I mean, so let me start right here, baby. Okay. Now, boundaries start with how you see yourself. You can't set strong boundaries if you don't believe that you don't deserve. And let me slow that down. If you don't believe that you deserve boundaries, and you would not set them. And the reason why I say this, and I have felt like that in the past, may fear that we cannot set boundaries is because of the simple fact that because we are born into families, right? Some of us are born into big families, and we feel obligated to play our role and our part in these families. And then, like, if you go out and you just the type to go and attract friends to you, you feel like you owe your friendship, certain parts of life, you know what I'm saying, without boundaries. And then this is why I'm telling y'all that it's very healthy to set these boundaries up, honey, because it's a lot of lines that could get crossed and blurred, baby, dealing with the people that you love and people that you know. And this is why I got to get into this, baby, because setting up boundaries for ourselves is very healthy. And like the older you get, you realize the more you need boundaries. But without that, honey, you'll lose the damn noodle off of your dome of your head, you know? I'm just so a lot of us weren't taught self where we were taught survival. And that is so true on so many levels. I wasn't taught, you know what I'm saying? I knew nothing about it. I didn't have an understanding of what self work was until until like I hit like I probably won't say my early 30s. I am like 38 years old right now. You feel me? And I'm just trying to look up some more healthy topics for you guys about uh, how we were taught survival. Now, let me get back over here. Listen, baby. Survival with no boundaries is taught through early conditioning that prioritize collective safety, conflict avoidance. Man, heavy on that because a lot of people don't like to hold accountability and emotional compliance over individual needs, meaning that we had to sit up and take a lot of bullshit from people because we was scared to, or we was taught that speaking up was just gonna cause problem, and you was looked at as the problematic person for being honest and real about how you feel or what you was carrying or what you was going through. And this is why I want to break the barrier with y'all today. This is why mental health is my favorite topic, and this is why I'm so heavy and so big on pushing this message out here, guys. This upbringing often conditions individuals to equate the absence of boundaries with safety, leading to behaviors where they're disregarded. I'm sorry, where they disregard their own limits to ensure acceptance by others. Now, this is what I want to. It's don't want to pop up. Are you acting like that? I can't. It won't. Come on back. Hey, is it? But anyway, it's anyway. As I was saying, there are a lot of people who don't set up boundaries because they feel like they need to be accepted by people. Like I said, born into a big family. If you're a very friendly person, if you always want to be accepted by others, you will put up with very and you will put up with a lot of mistreatment because you don't want to lose the closeness of individuals. But like I was saying, the older I get, the more I realize that none of that even matters. Because if people love you and respect you, they'll still deal with you with them boundaries in place. And if they have an issue with it, that's really, really playing small around. Yeah. And baby, you know what? Got a whole lot of area of that I can understand yourself. And now with low self worth comes over man. Let me tell you, you will get you will always give guilt. You will always feel obligated to want to. Yes, you know what I'm saying? You want to be accepted, but you want to always feel like you do the right thing to be and loved and appreciated by these individuals. But you come to realize they don't appreciate it. They just like if they get different happy. And if you're a spiritual person, love your and how childhood straight out of itself. We finna get into that too, you know what I'm saying? Now, the childhood and the relationship, comes in the childhood. Like I said, we wasn't taught to start with, we didn't know nothing about ourselves. We got down, we probably jumped off that porch early or whatever. And like I said, if you're born to a big family, it's hard for anybody to individually sit you down and, tell you about self-worth and what it is and how to go about it. Because a lot of the times people in your family, they don't even know their own self-worth. They they can grow up without it forever. Trust me, I know. What it looks like to not have self-worth is like I said, giving over complaining, feeling like you got to always be the bigger person. Forget all that. Don't be the bigger like if something pisses you off, if something hurt somebody hurt you, honey. Don't be the bigger person. Stand on them boundaries. Let that shit be known. Let everybody know, what, this is what went down, this is what happened. You need to hold accountability on your part. I'm real big on accountability, guys, because without accountability, and people were like little weak peasants to me, and that's probably the harshest way to put it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. It's like y'all weak as hell, and I understand that the more the older that I get, it's weak as hell for anybody to sit here and think that you have to deal with them and put up with that bullshit and nonsense that comes with them. They expect you to always show up. They expect you to always answer. They expect you to always run to them. They expect you to always be there, open doors, open arms. You know what I'm saying? If you mad and pissed off at them, they expect you to get over it in a certain amount of time. No, this is my healing. This is my problem. And until you hold up the accountability on where you was a flunky at, then you have no words, baby. I've been trying to preach that for so long, man. Like it's crazy. And like don't nobody get it. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody get how that if they just do too much, if they're overbearing, and they're trying to make you seem like you do too much. They're trying to make you seem like you're overbearing because you might get mad at something that they know something that they know that the thing is doing, and they'll get mad at because what I'm saying, speak on it or you feel some type of way about it or you distance yourself a little bit. Oh well, this is yourself anyway because at the end of the day, all the thoughts and the feelings and the things that go through your mind. Nobody had to deal with that but you. Absolutely nobody had to deal with that but you. Now, what I want to get into is the difference between healthy and toxic boundaries. Not all boundaries are actually healthy. I do want to highlight how, sometimes can be so deficit, with some boundaries. But I'm not ready to get into about how it is to separate it out from people because overgiving, over, over talking, and oversharing, all of that, feeling entitled to always include people and people feeling like they should always be included in your plans and your life, your goals. It's downright crazy to me. But unfortunately, that is really how it started. And I, I am so tired. I'm tired. But what I want you guys to know is that boundaries should come in place for a lot of people. People need time. Like if you like me, I'm always trying to work on myself. I'm better because I'm not. I used to be a shitty person, and sometimes I still can be a shitty person, even to this day. 38 years old, you be a shitty person sometimes. I know that, and I can own up to that. But everybody, you know, everybody has to expect that they could be a shitty person. And so this is why I was angry because like I'm around people and they bringing out the worst in me, and they always get my mood in a nothing like mood for myself because I like to be jolly. You know what I'm saying? I like to. Sorry. I like to. I like to be jolly. Uh, I like to be jolly. I like to be happy. I'm so sorry. I like to be jolly and I like to be happy. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be that if shitty people are around me that brings the worst out of me. And you know what I'm saying? People got like what you doing. You got people that will be beside you and they act like they're happy for you. They act like they're going along with you, your lifestyle, things that you have going on, but the whole time they're talking down on you, they're cheating with you, they're comparing you to other motherfuckers, they're belittling you, and it just gets to a point, you know, so when you get tired of people stuff like that, you get tired of the backhanded compliments and you get tired of the undermining where people know that they really don't believe that you have the capacity to be who the hell you know that you are. Baby, I can just ramble on and on and on all day about this. But the tone of this message, like I said, is setting up those boundaries because yes, sometimes you do need to pull back from people so you get back to the core of who you are. Especially if you like me, baby, and I love God and I love you. And I know that they're both one anyway, but we'll get into that topic another day. Um, and the fact that I love to be my Bible and the fact I am very spiritual and I always want to talk about the thing that's going on in this world and comparing it to all of the messages that were laid out in the Bible for me. And you know what I'm saying, guys? So when you're trying to just like simply be who you are, but it's not who people see you as. You know what I'm saying? They would be around you. And like I said, they would try to pull you down and they have you up in this part space out of your head. That's just not healthy. I can't wrap my head around the fact that people can't see you the way that you see yourself. They want to see you the way that they feel about you. Baby, you can feel it any way that you want to about me. But what you're not going to do is be around me projecting that onto me. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't nothing but pure business, honey. pure misery, and you need to accept yourself, and you need to learn yourself, get to know yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you do the internal work to become who you want to be, to become who you are, who you think you are, however you want to think that you need them boundaries set in place. You know what I'm saying? You are not to have everybody around you. And even if you still deal with people, it's limit. Limit to how much you share with them. It's the limit to how long you are around them. It's the limit. You got to know when to put them boundaries in place. You got to know when to put your walls up. You got to know what to share and what to protect. And basically, let me go on to this little sub topic right quick off of boundaries. What I mean about what I mean about all right, now I keep getting straight. I knew as soon as I hopped on this live to record that people were gonna start just acting like they and then I need to devil. Uh, this is what the devil do. Like he know that you putting out an important message and you try to do something saying want to do. He was sending all types of distractions to you. So you keep close to you. This is why I'm speaking. I'm bandit. Gotta be a bandit. Yeah. Okay. I'm not available at the moment. You need to be understanding the fact that it's not somebody getting mad at you because you need to be bandit at the moment. And and I forgot about the other topic that I was about to get all because but anyway, so let's just get back to it, honey. Let's get back to crazy, you know what I'm saying? But now, what was I at? First of all, it only feels safe with the people or used to you being accepted. Why some people may set up boundaries, feel like a skeptic thinking she acting funny, she acting different, or they think they're different, da, 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 they think they are, you know what? And I ain't got time for clowns that don't feel adequate with themselves to go project their misery onto me because at the moment I don't want to deal with you or I cannot deal with you. Those are some specific issues. Baby. I promise you, people need to go touch grass and grind. um, mm, so let's talk about why people call you stiff at the moment without standing. Okay, we did it because stiff. Okay, and let's talk about how because they want you to see yourself how they see you, baby. Don't worry. Sorry, I hate to be bearer of bad news, but how you feel about me, I said it is an internal issue that you need to work out with yourself. That is not for me to fix. That is not for me to give a damn about. And further on, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, people will just keep projecting. They just like keep projecting. Now, when you're growing and people feel like they're not wrong, they feel like they waste time with doing what they doing, and that can become issues because they want if they're complacent lives in their lives, they want you to be comfortable. They want you to sit there and rap like a kid. You hear me? No, we finna roll this on out. You know what I'm saying? People want you to stay small. And so once you set up those boundaries, they make it seem like a selfish thing because now they can't get the same amount of time and attention from you. They can't get the same gifts from you. They can't get them phone calls from you. They can't get you to answer them phone calls from them. Can't get no response from you. Hey, it is what it is. And a lot of times, a lot of motherfuckers when not hold up they end up working they went wrong in a relationship, you know, and they could do things to like harm you and put you in danger. Basically, and what I mean by that is sometimes people will go to other people about an issue with you instead of coming at you about it. So now you got motherfuckers that never said in my face a day in their life sitting up, feel some type of way about me, and you don't even know me, bitch. You can't tell me my name for number one. That's one boundary that is crossed. People get upset with you. They rent to somebody else. I cannot stand that. That is my biggest peeve, right? Hear me? I cannot stand it, and I will fall out with somebody quick because if you had an issue with me, I should have been. Something. You should have got your ass on the phone and talked about me to somebody else, and then you mad because I have boundaries in place. Like, we is not finna do this. You hear me? People so funny. I promise you. Now, who benefits from you having yourself? You benefit because you're able to go and become who you need to be. I realized once I started and just start acting like people don't exist. And it's not like I'm just hateful and I'm heartless and I just wish evil upon people. Hell no, I do not operate like that. Like you go live over there in your little bubble, in your own world. And I'm gonna be over here in my bubble, in my own world. And life is gonna be fucking good. You hear me? And the reason I think it's good because like I thought that I know but I do love really do. You know, strong relationship, baby. Strong faith, baby. You hear me? And I'm still working on me. And I know that there are a lot of things that I still have to work on, like put temper that I have when people want to misunderstand me. I have to put temper. People want to control me. I have a quick temper like that because I know sometimes it's not always, if, you know, control some people that you know, care about your well-being. And so they try to put that 2 cent thing to guide you, you know what I'm saying, in way of life or whatever. And that's fine. But when you try to force that on me, then that's where the problem and the boundaries are crossed. That don't force nothing on me that I don't want to accept for myself just because you see that it's supposed to be like that for me. That's crazy as hell. And I will fall out with people like expeditiously behind shit like that because how you gonna get mad at me because you wanted to go this way? But if I say, well, I heard you and I understand where you're coming from, but I'm gonna do it my way still, and you pissed off? No, hell no. This is why boundaries, baby. Get them boundaries up. You know what I'm saying? Let people be who they want to be, but don't let them drag you down. Be there, baby. Okay. Now, healthy boundaries is still calm. Don't have to over explain. Don't have to over explain. Don't have to be mad or upset. It should be clear and mutual understanding. You know what I'm saying? Clear and mutual understanding. Now, toxic boundaries and where people get it mixed up with is control, punishment, and silent treatment. Now, if people, I'm sorry, and this is actually what I was supposed to highlight, where it's selfish shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So the toxic boundaries come from narcissistic people because they want control. So they will punish you and use the silent treatment, you know what I'm saying, and try to punish. And what I mean by that is like I said, when people want you to feel about yourself, how they feel about you, and then you don't, and you still overstep them, and you're in your enemy, you're in you, baby, you are you. You know what I'm saying? And you're not letting nobody make you bow down to them. You're not letting nobody take control of your life. Excuse me, they'll get mad. They'll get upset about that. Like I said, they'll get on the phone with people, talk about you, talk down on you, belittle you, uh, wish failure up on you, pray for your downfall. I done had it happen to me by fucking reality. People blood related to me. That's why that blood relations, that shit don't really mean nothing to me. And I ain't here to bash family. That's not what I'm doing. But what I am saying is family to me It's the people who comply with how I feel about myself and the boundaries that I have set for myself. So if they come around me and they give freely and they can speak, you can speak your mind, but it's the way that you do it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it with love and not hatred in your heart. And there is a difference. There is a difference of how people can talk and versus talking to you. Ooh, I'm sorry. You can love someone and still require them to respect you. Now, the elderlies in your family, for one, feel like that they don't have to respect nobody younger than them. And this is where I feel out, and we continue to fall out with a lot of the elderlies in my family because it gets to a point where when you're a certain age, the same respect that you want is the same respect that I require. And if I do not get that respect, I will mirror you and I will match your energy. Sometimes I have a little fire up under it, because don't rub me wrong, baby, because I'm gonna show you how I rub a fire out of it. You feel me? Because yeah, I got that mouthpiece, honey. I think want to go to the road with me, they'll never do it ever because I know I'm crazy. We'll fight you. I really will. But I'm a lover, y'all, and I don't want y'all to think, oh, she'll fight anybody and she fight and then don't think that I am only feisty and I will only fight when I feel like I had to get my peace. Literally. People want access to your energy, your loyalty. They want to be included with everything going on in your life. They don't want nothing happening without them. And this is not for everybody. Like I said, this is for the people who probably is complacent in their life and they're not doing anything. And so they don't understand how you're doing this, that, and the third and making all of these good things happen for you. And whoa, why happen for her? Who she think she is or who he think he is, type vibes. And so like I'm not finna explain to you, baby, about what God put on my heart for me to do for myself. This weird as hell that you want to question. And you question God, you ain't question me. But God put it on my heart and he said, go say X, Y, Z, and da 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 da. And I get up and I'm speaking on that, man. 9 times out of 10 because it's coming through a dream or it's coming through a vision. And the vision is, when you're sitting up and, in daytime and you daydreaming. I call those visions because sometimes what you daydreaming about it ain't random. It's not random. And so, yeah, honey, I would. If y'all can't understand who I am, ain't no need to be around me. It, 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 that's just that. You know what I'm saying? You can't hear access to my energy all the time, especially if you don't bring that to the table. If you see that I'm trying to do something for myself and you do not in no form, shape, help me, reach out, you know what I'm saying? Add to it. If you don't share it, if you don't talk about it, if I call you and I try to talk about what I have going on in my life and I get cut off and you just want to talk about yourself, do a self and I will end the call with you. And you probably don't want to hear from me for a while. And if it's still in place because you should make it seem more important to me. We both equal. If I can take the time to listen to you, understand you, give you feedback. I expect the same shit from me here. What you mean? Like, yeah, I know I act like I got it all figured out, but at the same time, if we're really friends or if we're really close in the relationships and the bonds, then it should not ever feel like it's competitive or, you know what I'm saying, or feel like somebody belittling you. Never feel like somebody comparing. Like, I don't understand people out here like that. Sick mindset to have, get rid of it, erase it, go touch grass, do the inner work. Like I said, baby, I've been working on myself since 2020. I'm telling you, I am fucking in love with the person that I am. You know what? I always love myself. Anybody can tell you, like I have such big confidence, and I've always been cocky, and I've always just love who I am, honey, and nobody can ever take that away from me. And that's my superpower because you do have people around you. And I'm sorry, I took that back. When I was younger, and I did want to get in with the big cousins, shit like that. I actually played small so that I can be assisting any goods on to grow to realize this shit don't mean nothing because they don't bring nothing to your table. They don't help you grow. They don't push you to go far or nowhere in life, honey. And they talk down on you. So it never mattered. But once I learned, I took off. I took off like that. So at the end of the day, I don't have no guilt when it comes to cutting the cord on friendships and like I don't have no guilt. I don't do it. Saying no is a form of self-respect. Man, how many times y'all done had people call y'all to do something for them and you did not want to do it? Like borrow money or can you go this place and that place for me, honey? I'm telling you, when you have like a surmountable amounts of people, sometimes it is hard to say no. Sometimes it is hard to say, oh, I don't feel like it right now. Sometimes it's hard to say, oh, I can't provide that right now. You know what I'm saying? And you would try to go out of your way for people only to realize they don't appreciate that shit. They do not be appreciating it, honey. So why are we emptying our cup for people that don't think about us when their cup is overflowing? That's the message for today, guys. You hear me? That is a message right there, honey. Say no without feeling guilty about people who don't feel guilty. Not including you. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. The consequences of having boundaries. Let's be real. Let's be real. Boundaries will have you losing people. I done lost so much people, and honestly, I don't care. I roll over and slob in my sleep at night. I do not care about losing people. I just mentioned that, honey. If you don't add to my value, you got to go. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. It should not be no issue about that. You know what I'm saying? It should not be no hate. It should not be no misunderstanding, no complication. It should not be no other people adding into it because somebody set your ass on the boundary. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, let me. There is a difference though with losing. I have lost a lot of money, but overall, it's not to the point where I hate it. It just made that the love now is simple. I want you to do well. I want you to succeed in life. I want you to do everything you dream of. I want you to be successful, everything. And I wish you well. But I'm not going to be there alongside of you to carry you. This type of our limit boundaries, baby, boundaries. And I do not care if anybody said like if they had to put me on a boundary, baby. Do you? Cause shit, I I recommend. Let me tell you why I wanted to talk about boundaries, baby. The reason why I wanted to talk about boundaries tonight, man, like I said, you know, training, heavy, I ain't to get all into it right now, but it's draining being around know what people does care about. And so I have to now I you see the pollen is higher here than in Alabama, but I don't care. We're gonna deal with the issues and all that since I got here. Rashes, we breaking down stuff. We done connected some more animals, but this is a big boundary that I know and the people that this is separation. Separation separation doesn't mean that you don't love somebody. Like I said, I want people to do well in their life. I'm just not going to be there alongside you. And so I needed to get out here and talk about boundaries and how it's healthy, why people may think that it's a little selfish, this, that, and the third. And, it's okay, honey. It is okay. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all love at the end of the day. It is all love, baby. I love everybody. Never stop loving you. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I wish you well. And and you well I. And we good. Don't be talking about me because if you're not doing this now to talk. Honestly, like what you got going on in your life ain't just got nothing to do with Quantessa. I'm only worried about me, the kids that I pushed out, and the man that put that ring on my finger. So boundaries are personal guidelines for safety. Give me a moment because I lost some. Wait, 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 uh, let me see. Hold on. Eh, You know, we just finish it over here then. Because I lost my connection on my computer. But I'm still trying to learn how to do that. They, screen share and stuff. Just just now getting back into this, honey. So I had to do. Gotta give me a suit total time. But it's okay though. Because now hold on. Let me go see what I was just now. Boundaries are personal guidelines for safety confidence. They be in your relationship covering physical, emotional, intellectual, material, and time-based limits. Now, key types include physical safety, because some people brag you harm because they like to fight you. Emotional separation, because some people like to play on your feelings a lot to get what they desire out of you. And intellectual respect, meaning they, like I said, they want you to feel about yourself, how they feel about you. This is rude as hell to me. And material and time management, meaning that if you know that you're trying to do something with yourself, honey, you need to get people the hell out of the way so that you can continue rocking like a motherfucking rock star without worrying about people in their goddamn entitlements and their feelings. Now, closing out, babies, I just want y'all to keep in mind that it's okay to set up those boundaries, but don't be approved by them. Like, nobody did nothing to you, and you're sitting there giving them silent treatments, being nasty and rude to them because you can't comfort them. Those are toxic boundaries. Those are the selfish boundaries. But again, if you are a person who when it's full, you constantly give, and you're not getting anything back every time. Put those boundaries up, baby, because at the end of the day, you are the only one who will be concerned with your mental health, the only one who will have to deal with all the sabotage that come with crushing you as the person that you know for yourself to be. I love you guys, and I hope that y'all will be back for the next episode. And man, I miss this so much. It feels so good to be back. Oh my gosh, I love this, y'all. All right. Peace out.